How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. For about 2 decades now, we've had a very high incidence of single motherhood. Yeah, we all know the reasons. We can debate them, we can analyze them, but we, by and large, know the reason. Most of the time, of course, we know where the blame lies. We know it's the women and the men they pick. Now, these particular men, on the general, they are the so-called bad boys because, they have this danger aspect that women are so attracted to, but they're also a very irresponsible men. We've seen many instances. For example, recently Cardi B and this NFL player, she decides to just be, is it the 10th, 12th, 13th baby mama of the guy? So these instances are there. So we know there's the Pookies and we know there are these loose women. Now, one of the gentlemen, one of the stars of the past called Marion has actually escaped, should I say escaped, or did not indulge in becoming a baby daddy. And that is who we are going to be listening in to today, who he showed up on, it's called the SHADEROOM. Yes, this channel is called the SHADEROOM. It is a social media, mostly drama channels basically, but they did this interview and I thought it was interesting for us to go through it, critique, respond, and do all the necessary. Let's get on with it.
You're zaddy to many, soon to be father to one. Yeah,
Yes.
you're excited.
Yes.
Look,
Yes.
you just lit up.
Yes.
You're gonna be a father for the first time.
For the first time.
How did you escape that? Because
He's 39 years
escape it?
old.
so serious, because you're 39 now.
Yeah.
And you've been in this industry, like you said, since you were 13.
Yeah.
And you're an attractive man. Like, I'm sure the girls that were throwing them, like, all the things. How did you escape baby daddyism? Hey,
Pull up game strong. Nah, I think it's just being smart. It's just like being smart, to be honest with you. Like I'm very like aware of like, how I'm gonna make it happen, how I'm gonna pull out, how I'm gonna like like that's it.
The thing is, it's not really about being smart per se, because I know a lot of smart people that do stupid things when it comes to this pulling out, having unprotected sex kind of scenarios. So I think it's more about discipline. It's about understanding the consequences of your actions and going overboard really most of the time to be able to avoid these situations. And that's what he did. In my opinion, there's nothing that beats discipline. There's nothing that beats, as Kevin Samuels used to say, discipline, because there are so many successful men who have been brought down by their lack of discipline. So that is the number one. That's what I would accredit this to. Let's go.
You got your urge to not want a baby with the wrong person has to be strong, and then just want to have pleasure. I think that's what it is.
What makes her the right person to you, that you were like, okay, I'm not pulling out.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling out. We're gonna do this.
God and timing. And we known each other for a long time. Her name is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
And she's like a really, you meet people and you build a relationship, y'all lose touch and then y'all reconnect, and it's like you guys are both more mature now. And that person has evolved into somebody that you can see yourself being like best friends with, really close with. It starts there. And then it evolves into more,
Did you always want kids, or? No?
She knew that too. When we first started dating, I was like, I never really, it was never at the top of my list in terms of what I wanted for my life. And I think that was just a matter of how I grew up, right? I didn't grow up in a household with a married couple and mom and dad. And it was very much so like, a lot of us living in one home. You never know who's gonna come over the house and live the next day, So.
What changed for you?
Listen to that. So basically, in his home, he grew up with a mother who had several men come over. I think that would traumatize me. Imagine every now and then you'd come in and you'd hear your mother being smashed in the other room by some random guy. Probably you'll come out to your room later and find him sitting there in his boxes, just chilling, smoking up or whatever he's doing. That would traumatize a child. After that, it would be very difficult for me to have a family, actually. And I think that's what has actually helped precipitate this situation, because a lot of these young guys, when they come up, I'm not saying he's young, he's 39 now, but when he was growing up, as many are growing up these days, they don't have their fathers in the house. They have a lot of loser stranger men coming over to deal with his or her loser mother, and the experiences they have, they shape their entire lives. So for him to say he didn't really want a child, so it seems this woman marked off enough green flags for him to do it. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Actually, when he was talking about how, like how he got here, I know people like to say God and whatnot, but it's really discipline. At the end of the day, it's stick discipline.
It was just, I think, safety and comfort and timing of where I'm at in my life, and just realizing like, yo, just be free. Like let this be what it, don't block it. A lot of relationships, a lot of things I would block that energy completely, because there were other things in the relationship that didn't feel right. So I just stopped blocking it. I stopped blocking it, and we're spending a lot of time together, and we moved in together. So it was just like bound to happen.
I commend you for that, because like I said, you've been in this game a long time.
Yeah.
And someone of your caliber.
And I also didn't have a lot of unprotected sex. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Good.
In my life.
Good. I'm happy.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was always.
That's the one thing I've always found a bit weird, especially in the times we live in, the dangers that that surround having unprotected sex. I'm still astonished at how many people actually indulge in unprotected sex. It's ridiculous. It has become, because there's more and more medicine coming out, say for the HIV infections and whatnot, it has become like a joke for people now, just doing whatever they want. But that's why I guess people are so comfortable with aborting children, paying for abortions. Yes, men, because you're doing something that that won't really, you don't care for, but you're not going to strap it up. I think there's a level of carelessness involved these days from both parties that is not sustainable. So for this gentleman, saying that he's not had a lot of unprotected sex, I hope it was none at all, because that's how you make sure none at all. Because they tell you, condom is this percentage less. No. It's pretty close to as 100 as you'll ever get to anything. So let's not have this weird, it can happen. No, it will only happen if you're careless. We all know this, but anyway, let's continue.
I think more than to pull out whatever, but like it was more of me just being like, yo, I'm not just going to anything like crazy like that. You know what I mean?
That's so common. Like that's actually rare. Very in this industry, like that's rare.
I've been seeing it since
I don't think it's just rare in the industry. I think it's just rare generally. People protecting themselves, it's just rare, that's all. Like the more they get little tablets here to solve their issues after, the more careless they become. It's just human nature, I guess.
I was younger, like
no one tried to trap you.
And to think the opportunities he must have had throughout his career, in the 90s when he was hitting, even after that, he has money and whatnot, the name. Imagine the number of opportunities he's had to turn down. So this is actually somebody with a very stable head on his shoulders, and kudos.
How can somebody trap you? I'm on it. I'm watching everything.
Yeah.
When you come, even when I was single, like you come in the room, where your phone at? All right, cool, give me that.
Yeah.
You fall asleep, I got the phone locked safe. What you mean?
She can't have her phone.
No.
So
absolutely not.
At what point
unless I knew you, this got to be like the 10th, like the 6th time I see you. Like,
okay.
The first or second time, nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Fair.
You're not having your phone.
Fair.
You're not having that.
Very, very commendable. Like, actually, give some advice to the youngins, because they're out here
Hey
just popping
man,
babies.
listen, strap up, bro. If she ain't your girl or somebody you see a future with, like, strap up. I know it's different. The pleasure's not the same. If y'all don't have a real connection, strapping up is harder because the pleasure's not the same. When you have a connection with somebody, it don't even matter. You rocky. You know what I'm
This is the thing, guys. A lot of people use this. They say the pleasure is not the same. And we've known so many people whose downfall has been precipitated by their endless search for pleasure. That everything has to be at the very optimum pleasurable state for you to actually be satisfied. And that has led many of us to hell. So I know people like to use this, or the condom, they feel this. It doesn't matter. If you want to have your 19, 20-year-old attachment to some woman you don't like, for a kid you're not ready to, because you're forced to kind of accept the kid once they come into the world. But the woman you don't have to, and see, you've already created a very unstable environment for your child to grow up in. So it doesn't make any sense that you would use, or just lack of the most extreme pleasure for you to make such stupid decisions.
saying? Strap up, man. Strap up. Ladies, make sure you strap up.
Yeah.
Having a child is not for everybody right away. There's a lot of responsibility that come with it. And I think in a day and age right now, time is not on our side. Mm-hmm. Every day you got to hustle and get to it and work hard. So make sure you're ready and prepared. Make sure you're prepared to take care of that woman, and make sure she's straight throughout the pregnancy, because you are going to have to make sure you want her to have the best experience possible, so that the baby can be healthy and she can enjoy it. I think that I pray every day more so now than ever for women who don't have support, who don't have a father around, or who don't have family to help them, because it's a lot. You get to that third trimester, things get real.
Yeah.
Despite all that, they're always making silly decisions to lay down in the men that are not responsible. So you can't really help that case. You can't feel sorry for people who don't care about their own welfare. Sometimes you just got to let things go and make sure you can quarantine yourself from such people and behavior. You're not always successful, but trust me, it's always best that way. You're not going to legislate and stop people from being irresponsible unless the decisions of the actions they take have such dire repercussions that people see it and they say, I don't want to ever get in that position. That's what it will take.
So
is she in her third trimester right now?
Yeah.
We're almost there.
We're
almost there.
I was like, I gotta get this tour. I gotta get this tour and get home. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No, very, very commendable. So okay, so why don't you want to get married though? I heard you say marriage is not for you.
This is not going. Y'all not going to understand this. I may not, but it's. I think that should be a reward. I think that there's a lot of things in what I do. I need to know that we can get through so many things together before we go there. Because can we finish?
I didn't say anything.
I know he's about to.
Oh, she was there already triggered.
It's not a normal. Once your situation's out there, it's like anything that happened in your relationship becomes public knowledge. It's really hard not to, right? And so, not just because of that, but also because of that, I want to make sure that we are very strong in the first 5 to 10 years of our relationship. And then from there, the reward to me is like, all right, let's do this thing. We deserve this. We earn this. Versus, we should get married because it's the right thing to do.
No, she's earned it. If a woman sticks around for 5-10 years, behaving the best way, there's very little you can do in addition to that to check their behavior. And I think maybe as he describes it, it's a reward for her loyalty. I agree. Yeah, sure. Because somebody has proven it. But on the flip side, because there's a lot of talk about the ceremony and all these signatures and contracts. This is a business decision, as I've always said. So it doesn't make any sense to enter into a business deal that doesn't suit you. And I believe that if a woman is for you and she'll stay with you, she doesn't need that. She would stay anyway. So many people have lived that way. They just assumed married, He made the commitment, she's down, and they continue. Now, the ceremonies were normally there to bring families together and to make it harder for you to break your promises. But the thing is, we don't have that right now, and I don't think it's coming back soon. So it's just about looking at exactly what's on the ground. How are you going to behave? I just think if you've already committed on this level, as long as she stays on the track, you treat her and give her the privileges that come with being a wife. You don't have to take her to church or to any AG or court or whatever to sign the papers to make this official, because that's usually you're inviting the government to come tell you what to do with your life. On top of that, now you've set yourself up where your wealth will be split without your consent at all. Now, of course, this is for everybody to argue about and decide how you want your life to go, because personally, my personal preference is that if you want the wife treatment, you behave like a wife, you stay loyal and not, and I'll give you that treatment. The moment that you stop behaving like a wife, I remove the treatment. And that can only come if you're not married. Yes, stay if you want to be the wife. Behave like a wife and you'll be treated like a wife and you'll be a wife. But the moment you start acting a fool, you let go. You just go, because I think that's the best way. I think if you really, really want to have the upper hand in your negotiations, in how things go out for you, you must do this. They must understand that you're willing to walk away at any time. You're willing to let go of her, to tell her to disappear immediately. Trust me. It has better results than anything people are trying here. All the ass kissing going on, all the buying of gifts and whatnot. Most of the people they are attracted to don't have to do any of those things to get their full attention and loyalty. That is for suckers. Buying things and BABCD, that's for suckers. People they claim they are settling for, despite the fact, of course, they're within their class. So I don't know what you think about this video. It's a long video. It is 1.5 hours long. So I'm going to leave the link to the rest so you can go watch the rest of it. It's quite interesting. I wanted to address these two things about him not having a child through all this till he's 40 basically, and then not married yet to the person who's married. And his argument is it should be a reward at the end of a long stretch of dating and being loyal, which I agree with partly, but I wouldn't need to sign papers. You're already in, you're having a child, just continue. As long as you won't be monkey branching, what is your problem? Yes, if you're a loyal, as in I am a loyal man, I will do that. I wouldn't treat you like crap. If I want to walk, I will make sure you're okay before I walk. And that's just the way it is. So leave your comments down below. Please let me know what you think about this video. At the same time, like the video, share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.